Welcome back, guys. Gaming with True. This is my follow-up video to the Apple Watch Sport Space Gray unboxing I did a couple weeks ago. And since then, I've been using this watch every day, and I have to say that I like it. I haven't had any issues with it, really. It's worked fine as a watch. It's worked fine as a fitness tracker, and for notifications, text messages, even making phone calls. I've made phone calls with people that haven't even seen that I had the watch, and they said I sounded loud and clear. It didn't even sound like I was on a speakerphone. A couple people said, driving in the car I've used it, or just here at my desk while I'm working from home, and haven't had any issues. So some of the things I really like about it, if you can see here, the watch is locked, right? So when I put it on my wrist, it is going to prompt me to enter a password. So you can't do anything with it. You hit a button, it's going to ask you for your passcode. So I'm going to put that passcode in now. And now everything is accessible. I have it on Do Not Disturb right now. You have your silent, you have your airplane mode. You can even ping your cell phone. You have your music app. So controlling it from here, actually it'll play on your phone. But the watch actually has 2 gigs of space available for you to put music on. Your heart rate sensor, you can turn that off if you want. I have it set for certain intervals, so it'll check automatically. This is my battery, how much percentage is remaining. You can conserve your power, and it'll turn off all the extra features, and it'll function just as a regular watch. You have your calendar, your weather, your GPS. This is like a clock. This is your fitness here. Tap on that, it'll show how long you've been standing or exercising or moving, activity. You see your total steps. Fitness tracker like a Fitbit, something like that. Your notifications when you swipe down. If you do a hard press on here, you can customize your watch face. Really simple. You can change the color just like that. Go to purple. And then just change it like that. You can change each of these little things here. If you don't want the date there, you want it up in the corner, you want the temperature here, so on and so forth. So you can change all of those things. You just do a hard press, you hit customize again. See up there it says color, swipe to the left. Then you can change the activity for alarm, activity, stocks if you want, weather. So, you just hard press. And that's it. Hitting this button here, you get to the apps. I have to say that the Apple first party apps are great. The third party ones, they're a little slow, some of them, at least the games are. So you see when I take it off of my wrist, now it's locked again. So that's a little security measure they put in there, which I think is good. A lot of people liked it, when they wanted to try it on, coworkers and stuff, and I let them try it on. Like, oh man, I can't do anything, I need your passcode. I was like, well, that's a good thing. So, had my company picnic 2 days ago, and had this on while we were playing football. The ball hit it a couple times. No issues, no scratches. The bezel is still perfect. Just need to clean it. Obviously, oil from your fingers or your wrist. Just clean it any once in a while. Now this is the smaller band because it comes with a longer one. It was probably down to here. It was too big. So I switched it out for the smaller band. Now what you get is another piece here. So you get a longer one of this side only, not this side. So you just take this off and replace it, and it's inside the box now. But the smaller one worked for me. Yeah, the watch is great. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe you spent that much money on the Apple Watch. And I tell them I have watches that are more expensive than the $400 that I bought this for. So the fact that it's a watch, the fact that it's a fitness tracker, I can get notifications, text messages. I can make phone calls. That's just adds to the value essentially. So $400. I didn't have an issue with that. And it served me well. I've used it every day since I got it, and have no issues. No scratches. It's held up well. I did some gardening yesterday with it on. No issues. I've gone running. No issues. Done some exercising, and still no issues. It's worked very well. I recommend it. If you're an iPhone user and you want something that'll complement your phone very well, this is a product that will do that. I don't have any issues with it. It fits good. It functions well, and I think they did a good job. The one thing about the I guess the apps that I wish Apple will fix later is more control over the apps. A lot of the notifications are, all notifications or none. And I don't use social media like Facebook and stuff like that. But what if I just want, let's say, certain text messages from certain people, or text messages during these hours only? And yeah, you can use Do Not Disturb for that, but more control over the apps. The third-party apps, like I said, for games are slow. You play like those games where you get a set amount of letters and then you have to figure out the word. The delay when you press those is noticeable. You see that little bit of second, a couple moments before the word actually registered, or the letter registered when you tapped it, and you see that little delay. Sometimes when you're hitting a word really fast, the letters will come in like backwards and stuff. So those little things will need to get fixed. Have a iTranslate app. So if you're in another country, you have Wi-Fi access, or you have your phone with you, and you need to translate something, you literally can pick a language, what you want to say, what you're trying to say, and then it'll just do it right on your watch. It's amazing. The other thing that works really well is making calls from this thing. I mean, I was really impressed with that, actually. Everything seems to work well. You can control your camera on your phone. There's a camera app right there, so you could turn that on and you could just set your camera up and then use that as the timer, and then take your picture. So have a tip calculator, and everything works really well. There's a minimal amount of apps and games. Some of them work really well. The tip calculator to me works really well. I've used it a couple times, and no complaints really. Everything seems to work fine. But yeah, this is just a quick follow-up video. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to see something else, just let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. But definitely recommend this if you can get your hands on one, and you want something that complements your phone. This will definitely be that that item, that object. It seems to work fine to me. Looking forward to what they can do in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching.